peeps, today we're gonna watch me do this cool acting thing. I'm gonna make some stuff. You can watch me.
Unite the party with this speech, as he's got so many watching this afternoon.
Do this.
I think the disaster we're already witnessing with Joe Biden is going to bring those Republicans back home. To the people out there who might have made a different decision in November or stayed home because of rhetoric, what you're seeing now is elections do have consequences. And what's important for us
You're gonna watch me do this funny acting video.
to an America first
Thing
agenda,
about
not committed to just being nice all the time, because that doesn't help us, but also is a committed agenda for Americans and for the future of our country. And I think what the president's going to do, he's going to highlight that in major ways today, and I'm hopeful that those Republicans listen to that speech, get that from the president today, and that they come home to the party that is their home.
One of the other things that the president is expected to do today, Congressman, is potentially call out his speech will term inside the Beltway political hack, so he doesn't think particularly good for the Republican Party. Do you think that's constructive? And as well, the president has in the past, during the whole election challenge period, said that he was going to, quote, primary the hell out of candidates or out of lawmakers who were sitting who didn't support it. Is that helpful too?
First of all, I think that the inside the Beltway crowd is not the best thing for the Republican Party. If that were the case, there wouldn't have been a need for President Donald Trump. Our party is moving towards an agenda that works for all Americans, not just K Street lobbyists, not just those with the connections. And I think those in our party who think that's the future are kidding themselves. What we need are people who are going to be consistent about the things that they run on, not pay lip service to voters, but when they get elected, don't do anything. And with respect to the president getting involved in primaries, he's a private citizen now. He's entitled to do that just like every other American.
Florida Congressman Byron Donald joining us. Appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Carl Rove joining us, former White House Deputy Chief of Staff, the Fox News contributor. Carl, good news. We're getting word that the president's closer than once was thought. He might be just moments away. You can see the crowds are definitely anticipating this big speech. Carl, your thoughts ahead of the former president's words moments from now?
Well, I agree with Congressman Donald that the key thing is going to be, does he offer a vision? It's one thing to just go after what the Biden administration has done in its first couple of weeks in office. That's easy to do. That's where we find ourselves as an opposition party, just sort of naturally, instinctively going on offense against the bad things they're doing. But I think Congressman Donald's right. For the future, President Trump needs to articulate a vision of what he would be doing in the future. It's what he failed to do during the campaign, and had something to do with the fact that he lost by nearly 7 million votes. But I think that's really key. I don't think it's helpful for the president, as I said in my Thursday Wall Street Journal column, to pick out people in the party and say, I'm going after him. Because, first of all, that will be the storyline out of today. And it will be the rest of the media, the mainstream media, will pick that up and run with it. It's a Republican Party in the midst of civil war. And second of all, it's just not constructive. At the end of the day, sure, he can endorse people in primaries who happen to be running against somebody whom he doesn't like, but to just pick people out of the crowd symbolizes a broken party, and broken parties don't win elections or don't win as big in elections as they should. United parties do.
Yeah, I'm told, Carl, that
Let's go to the
everything is sort of
movies.
fluid in terms of whether he will name names and whose name he might mention. Apparently, the folks at the Hyatt there in the ballroom are being treated to the Trump campaign playlist that we all became familiar with during the 2020 campaign. We should point out, Carl, that this speech, in and of itself, with him being so critical of the Biden administration as he's expected to, is really quite unusual. Typically, when presidents ride off into the sunset, they lay low for a while. Even Al Gore, after what was a devastating loss for him in 2020, didn't have anything to say about President Bush for a number of years.
Yeah. The last president who was defeated, who went after his opponent, did give his successor, Herbert Hoover, and his successor, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, a number of months before he began to speak out. So it is unusual. But look, has Donald Trump ever been governed by the conventional? Has he ever been one that respects the historical morality?
Carl, you wrote in the Wall Street
absolutely. Bingo. I agree entirely with you. Remember, this is a group that came to this meeting for largely one reason. President Trump was going to be there. This is the truest Trump believers. And for him to only get 55% says, as I said in my column, he's losing strength because he's not introducing something new. He's losing strength whether he recognizes it. And I think if I were them, I'd take that as a cautionary note. He needs to refresh his act. He needs to change, and he needs to offer a vision for the future.
Really interesting analysis there. Is this too soon, Carl? I mean, we're talking about not exactly conventional for a former president to speak this soon after leaving office. That's one thing. But if his plan indeed is to run again, is this too early?
Well, there's plenty of time. I think that's what he points should make. We've had people like this before. I mean, and it's not a good example for the president.
Oh no, it's nighttime. We need to go to bed. But we need a shop. No, we need to cut your hair, girl. You need to go. Hey.
And lost. It was running again in 1920
Yes.
by Woodrow Wilson. So, the only previous one we've had who made an early announcement
love you.
and followed through on it was the guy who went on to lose 3 more times.
So this is a bit of a hypothetical, Carl, but if he does come forward with the
Is it working, baby? Charging?
just go back and relive
Charging good for you, buddy?
Yes.
of November 3rd, if it's not just a litany of grievances, and if in the next 20 months, I guess, or 22 months, 20 months, he focuses on getting people elected, could he again be a contender in 2024? I mean, if he could be a contender now, could he really sort of command the
Blue collar group wired up and ready to go. How do you 2020 presidential race and how
Carl, as our audience anticipates, should be happening in just a few moments. We're taking backstage greeting at this moment. We do know
I love you.
he's expected to take on
I love my baby Smile.
saying that there's not just
She'll miss you when you're not here during the week, you know?
I'm recording.
Can't wait for summer. You can stay weeks and weeks.
slow reopening of
Get out of there!
So we'll see what goes with that right now. The Republican Party, he's expected to make the case, is united. And
Little baby!
to your surprise,
Stop there! No!
he's expected to say
No!
starting new parties because we've seen in polling that there is
No!
an appetite for that. within the
Yeah, but it's he understands
What are they doing to us?
Don't get on the couch for a little bit,
Okay.
Great stuff around here.
easier for Democrats to win.
Okay? This couch is gonna be wet.
Just sort of take that
For a
off,
minute.
talk about it. There's some discussion
Alright,
with
sweet
business
pea?
with Barr,
Okay.
Look at Grandma's kitty mess.
members of the press.
I know.
Hey,
There's a chance for a new party.
I
look,
know.
do you want Grandma to order you one of these?
Today, if he follows through on
Let me see if it fit your face. Come here.
I think that's
This has got a piece of metal in it.
So that's one side of
No.
the coin.
Here, come on.
The coin is if you've got 46%
See?
of Trump support,
And then it's got the little tight things on the side.
if he decides
You gotta look up so I can get it on your face and around your ears, baby.
with the Republican Party to say, look, you better listen to me because
These have to be tightened up anyways. There you go. Grandma will order you one, okay? And you can pinch around the nose.
message, though, John.
There you go.
One of your